It's time to take you through the world of social media, and Mercy Emmanuel is here with us. Mercy, good morning.
Good morning, Samson.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Perpetua Fasomi Peters.
Yeah.
You called it completely.
Okay, so welcome to Social Media Boss.
Thank you.
So we're going to be talking about food crisis.
Okay.
And the federal government has a message for Nigeria. Nigerians should not be afraid of any form of food crisis, the federal government said on Monday, as it kicked against the projection of the International Monetary Fund. It stated that several measures have been put in place to forestall the scarcity of food in Nigeria, stressing that there was no need for panic among citizens across the country. In a recent report, the International Monetary Fund warned Nigerians to brace up for higher food prices in 2023 due to recent floods and high fertilizer prices. But the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development opposed the position of the global financial institution as it provided a document detailing what FMARD had done and was doing to avert such crisis. So it's no news that there is food crisis in Nigeria. But I'm surprised FG is saying this. It's not news that there is food crisis, there's inflation. Flooding is another topic on its own. And we've seen videos from Bayelsa, even from the northern part of the country, where flood is really disturbing people. People are had to move from their comfort zones, from their houses, to take shelter, maybe in schools or in churches. And these people, their means of livelihood, for some of them is gone. Some their houses, their properties are gone. Some their farmlands are gone. And if the federal government is opposing the IMF's report on food crisis, their projection on food crisis in 2023, I'm surprised what they are talking about, because we're already experiencing food. If you ask me, I will say we're experiencing food crisis already. How much are they selling baskets of tomatoes in the market now? And how many families can even afford to buy fresh tomatoes? Not to talk of rice, not to talk of yam. Bread is another topic. Bread that an ordinary man can afford to buy before now. I think before now we're buying bread of 20 naira, 50 naira, 100 naira.
That was a long time ago.
Yes, but 100 naira we're still buying. But what is the least price of bread now?
I think it's 150, and it's so.
And are you sure it's even the correct bread you like to eat on a normal day? So I don't know. How do you what's your reaction to this?
Okay, for me, the projection of the International Monetary Fund is, I mean, it's something that is glaring even to the blind. We all know that as a result of the flooding, a lot of things would happen. Talk about Olam's rice farm. Talk about a lot of farms that were destroyed and all of that. The farmlands that were destroyed were supposed to provide food for Nigeria, you know, for Nigerians and all of that. But then if the federal government is saying that the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, as FMARD, has put things in place, then let's just hope that they have really put
so is this the first time the federal government will tell you they've put, okay, let's start from flooding. They've put things in place. President Muhammad Buhari even is it the ministry, gave them 3 months to fix flooding. That was like a month ago. So, and it's not the first time they will come and say, okay, we've settled this, we've put things in place, we've tackled this. They tackle insecurity. Where are we now?
Well, for insecurity.
They fixed flooding. You saw videos.
We're talking about the flooding. It's not something you just address in 3 months. What I'm sure what the president was talking about is the fact that, okay, let's, maybe measures to alleviate the sufferings of the people who have been affected. It's not something you will fix in 3 months.
But the thing is, what I'm talking about is, you said, if the Federal Ministry of Agriculture is saying they fixed this, if they are opposing the IMF's projection, that means let's wait for them. But I'm saying, as a Nigerian, is this the first time you are hearing such? And are you believing them now?
Well, for me, I just want to give them that benefit of doubt.
Something.
Well, quickly, when they say they have measures in place, you want to ask what are the measures? During the lockdown, we saw the measures, how palliatives were ordered. And it got to the people. And
people had to struggle to even get small bags of rice.
Again, when the federal government communicates with the people, you have to look at precedents to look at how true they will be. Yes, they may have certain warehouses stocked with food to prevent food crisis and all in terms of food security. But again, how long is that going to last? You talked about Olam's farms as well. For example, according to Olam's farms, 4,400 hectares of rice. Their farmland
that's a huge
gone.
One.
4,400, not acres, hectares, according to them, not me, their words. Now, even if it's an inflated figure, even if it's just 1,000 hectares of farmland, for rice, wiped off as a result of flooding, you can easily tell, the impact it will have on the price of that food commodity within the country. Do not forget that it's not even sufficient. We still have to import to complement the locally produced grain.
So the damage is done already.
Exactly, it's done already. Now, how much is does FMARD have in their warehouses or what have you to complement or augment that loss? That's one to start with. Then you look at the skyrocketing prices. I think it's a joke when they come up to say they have more than enough. The northern part of the country, about a month ago, 2 months ago, part of it was flooded, and it's not just rice. We're talking about rice, onions, tomatoes, a whole lot of things, peppers and all. So yes, maybe in the south, not much of agricultural activities, but these northern states are affected. So we need to look at it. If FMARD is saying, "Oh, don't worry, we have it covered," I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to downplay, fears. They don't want to stoke tensions. Exactly.
You should know that.
But the truth is, as you said earlier, this is glaring even to the blind. I think we have a major crisis, and do not forget that we're going into the festive period where usually things would increase a bit in terms of the cost.
Yeah, demand will be very
exactly.
High. In fact, the demand is high already.
The last, as at 5 days ago, I priced the bag of rice at 48,500.
50.
So
let's take some of the reactions.
Before the reaction, I would like to say, okay, aside flooding, farmers in the north, in the middle belt, they can't even go to the farm. So flooding is one thing.
Yeah.
Then we still have other issues from security and the rest. But let's take some reaction. At Nnamdi Kalem says, not be to talk come from mouth. What are you guys doing to salvage the situation ahead? Then at Ibrahim Kelly says, now so now they drag everything. We are experiencing food crisis already. So these are Nigerians expressing their view. And at Ifara Jimmy says, price of major foodstuffs are already out of reach for an average Nigerian, yet you say no food crisis. In fact, we are having the crisis already.
The prices will increase. It's a given. It will increase in the coming days and weeks. And how can the average Nigerian afford that? So if FMARD is saying there are no food crisis, are you trying to...
Did they say they're using food? I think what they said is they are putting measures
what are the measures? Are they going to subsidize the cost?
But they don't even have the time.
But the thing, which measures did you put in place when people are already experiencing the crisis already? If you have a measure in place, we should not be where we are now.
Yeah, the measure is futuristic.
Yeah,
futuristic. Are they going to subsidize the cost?
All right, the quote now. We're pressed for time, so very quickly we'll check the quote for today. The quote is from Mandy Hill, and it reads, "You don't always need a plan. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens." And I think we'll just end the show on this note. Thank you for watching. My name is Perpetua Fasami Peter.
I'm Messi, man. You have a fantastic day.
I'm Samson, the lady. Do have a great day.